Hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Before we start today's video, I want you to think about something. Have you ever noticed how English tenses are a natural part of our daily lives? Every time we talk, whether it's about something we did, what we're doing now, or what we'll do in the future, we use tenses without even thinking about it. Tenses help us organize our thoughts and communicate clearly. It's pretty interesting when you think about it. In fact, tenses are an essential part of our daily communication because every sentence we speak expresses an action or event in relation to time, whether it's happening now, in the past, or in the future. When we talk about routines, we use the present tense, like saying I go to work every day. To describe something that happened earlier, we use the past tense, such as I went to the store yesterday. And when we plan or predict something, we rely on the future tense, like I will meet you tomorrow. Essentially, every sentence we form uses a tense to indicate when the action occurs, making tenses a constant and vital part of how we express ourselves. So, in today's video, we're going to talk and learn about one of the major tense, which is the simple past tense. If you're interested in learning about other important tenses, like the simple present tense, you can find an interesting and high-quality video on my channel for that too. Be sure to check it out and learn more. Okay, so, in today's video, we're going to break down the simple past tense and give you plenty of examples to help you understand it deeply. By the end, you'll be able to confidently use the past tense in English. So let's get started. Part 1. What is the simple past tense? The simple past tense is used to talk about actions or events that happened and finished in the past. We often use it to describe completed actions at a specific point in time. Now let's understand how to structure simple past tense. Its formula is simple. All you need is subject plus past form of the verb. For regular verbs, we typically add ed to the base form of the verb. For example, I watched a movie yesterday. They walked to the park. Did you notice that we just added ed to the verb watch, and it became watched? In the same way, walk became walked. Pretty simple, right? But there are few irregular verbs have their own unique past forms. For example, she went to the market last night. We ate dinner at 7 p.m. I know some of you might be thinking, how will I know which verb form to use? Well, with practice and regular learning, you'll easily pick up the different verb forms. You've already done this before. Think about how you learned your native language. You didn't memorize everything at once, but through practice, you naturally learn the correct verb forms. It's the same with English, right? Part 2. Affirmative sentences in the simple past tense. In affirmative sentences, we simply describe something that happened in the past. Its structure is subject plus past form of the verb. Regular verbs examples. I visited my grandparents last weekend. She cleaned her room yesterday. We played soccer in the park. Irregular verbs examples. He wrote a letter to his friend. They saw a movie last night. I went to the concert on Friday. Part 3. Negative sentences in the simple past tense. In negative sentences, we talk about things that did not happen in the past. To form negative sentences, we use the auxiliary verb did not, didn't, followed by the base form of the main verb. Structure. Subject plus did not, didn't, plus base form of the verb. Examples. I didn't go to the gym yesterday. She didn't finish her homework. We didn't see the movie. They didn't play football. Key tip. When forming negative sentences, do not use the past form of the main verb. For example, if you say, he didn't went to the party, then this sentence is incorrect. The correct sentence is, he didn't go to the party. Did you notice we used first form of the verb in correct sentence, which is go? Part 4. Interrogative sentences, questions, in the simple past tense. In interrogative sentences, we ask questions about what happened in the past. We form questions using did followed by the subject and the base form of the main verb. Let's talk about its structure. To form the questions or interrogative sentences, use did plus subject plus base form of the verb plus. Examples. Did you visit your friend last weekend? Did they watch the game? Did she call you yesterday? Did he study for the test? Key tip. In questions, use the base form of the verb after did. For example, did you go to the store? Hope you notice that we used first form of verb in above sentence. As rule says, use the base form of the verb after did. Part 5, WH questions in the simple past tense. Sometimes, we want to ask more specific questions, like who, what, where, when, why, or how something happened in the past. Let's learn how to structure such sentences. Its formula is WH word plus did plus subject plus base form of the verb plus. Examples. What did you eat for breakfast? Where did they go on vacation? When did she arrive? Why did he leave early? How did they solve the problem? Did you notice we just added WH words in the beginning of the sentence to form the WH questions? Part 6 practice time. Now, it's your turn to practice. I'll give you some sentences, and I want you to turn them into the simple past tense. Sentence 1, I eat breakfast at 8 a.m. Sentence 2, they go to the mall every weekend. Sentence 3, she studies for the exam. Now convert these sentences into simple past tense. One more thing, if you notice in more depth that all above sentences are sentences from simple present tense. These all are either routine activities, habits, or daily life, like going mall every weekend, eating breakfast at 8 a.m. and studying, and so on. However, once you convert those sentences into simple past tense, then those sentences would reflect the action which has already happened in the past. Okay, great, best of luck, and how did you do? Let me know your answers in the comments below. That's it for today's lesson on the simple past tense. We've covered affirmative, negative, and interrogative forms, along with plenty of examples. Remember to practice regularly, and soon this will feel natural to you. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay updated with our future lessons. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video.